So it is a Thursday video, not a Friday, and I might do on a Friday, I might not. But yesterday was the Fed announcement on the rates. Everything happened as anticipated. The market expected a certain amount of cut. We got it, right? But there's interesting dynamics of what people are thinking, right? We got the expectations of the world saying, oh, wait till what the Fed does and we'll see what happens to interest rates. But the expectation has been and all along has been, because of every single time it's happened in the last 12 months, it's actually going on 14 months now. Yes, 14 months. We've had the exact same reaction. Why one would believe it would do otherwise, I can't speak to it, but I'm just here to give you data, and the data is exactly as we had anticipated. So, first off, what I found very, very interesting, I'm going to share something with you, is we have a pricing system. It's referred to as Optimal Blue. It goes in there, it pulls up the interest rates for you. This is what we were getting yesterday all day long as we're trying to get into it. And if we could get past and get it to load up, now my connection would be interrupted. I couldn't get in there to price a single loan yesterday at all. Could not get interest rates whatsoever the entire freaking day. We kept going in, kept going in, kept going in. We couldn't do anything with locks. I found that very interesting, because when you're talking about a day when you know we're at the peak of the market, and we've been screaming, right? We're at the peak, at the peak, at the peak. It's going to turn on sometime. I don't believe it's going to go the other way. I could be wrong, could go up, but there's a lot of chatter out there on a lot of chats that I can see in these environments where loan originators are talking about the interest rates, and they're trying to lock, and they're unable to. They're trying to lock ahead of the Fed announcement that day because there's just a feeling in the air, right? No, people couldn't, right? We were saying you need to lock up in front of that. If you floated hoping, oh, I'm going to get the lower interest rate because we know the Fed's going to lower the rate. Yes, you're right. Everybody knew that the Fed was going to lower the rate. But what happened? What happened to mortgage-backed securities? Remember, the higher they climb, the lower the rates go. So let's look at what happened to mortgage-backed securities after the Fed lowered the rate yesterday. And what do we see here? Monster decline. Huge drop. Now, it's not monster, so it's not so big when you look at the grand deal. You line this all out, it's still within the middle, right? So we're not really different than where we were. And we haven't seen a monster movement in the rate when we get into rates themselves, right? But it's a monster in one day with the trading dropping that much in a day. That's big. But did it really affect the rates a ton? Not a ton. We didn't see a huge drop. It's not like a huge increase in interest rate. It's not like they went from, you give me a 1/4% up in rate, but you're going to pay more for the same rate. We didn't get what people thought they were going to get, which is going to be a big improvement in the interest rates, making it worthwhile for their weight. Your weight was not rewarded, basically. You were not rewarded for your patience. You're rolling of the dice. You landed on the wrong numbers, period. If you're hoping to get above this right here, this monster freaking barrier, which is this right here. We've been above it before, but not convincingly. And every time, once we got below it, we couldn't hang above it, and we have always stayed below it. Every time we get, so now we approached it. We got within probably about, what is that? Somewhere in the range of, it looks like 6 basis points of it, but we never hit it and we didn't breach it. So, and I think that we may be on potentially a downward run here. And if that's the case, it follows suit of where it got in, it goes right back out. We could be seeing ourselves losing a lot more ground. Now, like I said, it's not monster. It's not like the interest rates really were destructive. They're pretty close to what they were through this whole window of September and October. So we're going to be similar in rate, similar in cost, maybe just a little bit more expensive. But this is not a time to sit here and wait and wonder what's going to happen. I think we know what's going to happen. That's my guess, at least. But just want to let you guys know, if you're rolling those dice and praying for something better, smoother sailing and fair winds, you didn't get it, unfortunately. So I will catch you guys maybe tomorrow, more than likely on Tuesday. Appreciate you.